Hey everybody, good to see you. Film Brown here at the Movies with Film. We got a really great film for you tonight. I think we've shown it before, and I know you've enjoyed it. It's one of our favorites here at the station as well. It's Roger Corman's The Terror. The Terror. You got to say it that way. The Terror. Okay, 1963. And one of the things that you got to admire about these filmmakers, you get you guys who maybe make one movie every couple of years or something like that, in this day and age. But Roger Corman, man, he working for AIP, and he was making many films a year during the same year. Okay, now The Terror is. I was just reading some stuff that that fits within the Poe cycle. That one of the things that he got involved with in 1960 and on was a series of films based on Edgar Allan Poe. Haunted Palace, The House of Usher, Tomb by Ligeia, Buried Alive, things like that. And The Terror he considers to be a part of the Poe cycle. Even though it doesn't have a Poe source, but it has a lot of that same gothic look and so on. But Roger Corman, the year that he made this film, also made The Haunted Palace, Man with the X-Ray Eyes, I just saw that again, loved it, The Terror, which we're showing, The Raven, and The Young Racers. Wow, lots of good stuff he's working on. All of it. Now, what's interesting too, one of the things that you love about Roger Corman is that people like to work with him. And he seemed to recognize talent. And in some ways you could say that he was sort of the Roger Corman School of Filmmaking. And really very true. Some of the guys who helped direct this film, and the question comes in that, like he couldn't do it on his own, or he had these guys had expertise that he didn't have. No, he was working on other things, and he recognized good talent to give him a chance, right? And so, who are the other uncredited directors on this movie? I was just looking. Francis Ford Coppola, okay, Dementia 13, right? Yeah, and of course, his best film. No, but Godfather, stuff like that. Yeah, sure. Monty Hellman, Monty Hellman, right? Beast in the Haunted Cave, working here. Jack Hill, Spider Baby. Okay, I don't know why I did that, but it kind of felt good. And who else directed on this film here? The flooding scene, and I won't tell you where that is because that gives away plot like crap. Okay, is Jack Nicholson. Now you think, Jack Nicholson directing stuff? Sure. I mean, he was very talented. He had directed quite a few things early on. If given a chance, I think he could have gone the director route rather than being an actor. And of course, he's a great actor. Chinatown, one of the great roles that he essayed. The writing credits for this film go to Leo Gordon and to Jack Hill and to Roger Corman. So a number of folks working on different parts of this film. Now, Jack Nicholson's in this film, too. He plays this French soldier guy who riding along the beach, and he finds this young girl, and he leads him to a castle where, guess who's hanging out there? Boris Karloff. This is it's not the end of his acting career, right? 63, I mean, he's still doing some stuff. But he's got a great role in it. They shot all of his stuff in 2 days, and Roger Corman was responsible for the Boris Karloff stuff. The other folks in here, Sandra Knight, who was married to Jack Nicholson, Dick Miller, who was in every film ever made by Roger Corman, not really, but it feels like it, and Jonathan Hayes. Jonathan Hayes, right? He's a feed me, right? He's in the Little Shop of Horrors a few years earlier than that. And Dorothy Newman. The film music was done by Ronald Stein, and you've heard his stuff throughout the Corman empire of films. His stuff is quite noticeable. Cinematography goes to two guys, John Nicholson Jr. and Floyd Crosby. Right? Now, a lot of these guys are uncredited on the credits, but they did have a lot to do with it. The film was edited by Stuart O'Brien, who also edited Dementia 13 as well. The art direction goes to Daniel Haller, And he later became a director. Now, he did a lot of set and art direction for Roger Corman films, but he became a director himself. He did the Dunwich Horror, stuff like that, right? Yog Sith Oth, and so on. He did the Wild Racers, Devil's Angels. So, everybody has to kind of get a motorcycle movie in under their belt. Like, hey, I'm doing all this horror stuff. Can I do a motorcycle film at this time? Sure, go ahead and do a motorcycle film of your own, which he did, The Devil's Angels. He did Monster of Terror. Monster of Terror. The Terror. The Terror. No, that's what we're showing tonight, The Terror. Kind of interesting here. The film, was shot on the same sets that The Raven and The Haunted Palace was shot on. Kind of makes sense, right? You got a set, and these are cool sets, right? These castles and these really kind of decrepit, eldritch, stinky, swampy type of things, right? Look really nice. So you get a number of shots there using those sets over and over again. So he had already done Haunted Palace and The Raven, having these standing sets. So he's going to, get his money's worth, right? Get Boris Karloff, hey, come on over here, and we'll shoot these scenes and so on. And Boris Karloff, he put up with a lot. In these flooding scenes, he was in tanks of cold water and things. He suffered from arthritis and things like that, so that wasn't necessarily a fun time for him with that. And likewise, they had offered him a certain amount of money. If the film was going to make a profit, then he would get paid, but the film didn't make a profit, therefore he didn't get paid. And Boris Karloff, you don't do that to Boris Karloff. You might do it to Bela Lugosi. I don't know. I mean, Bela Lugosi would do, I'll do it, You got some, some old ear tips or Q-tips or something I can have. I need them, okay. But eventually he got paid because what he did was we'll pay you, but you got to sign up to do this other movie, Targets, which was a good deal. Okay, Targets is a great film. Not that The Terror isn't a great film, but The Targets, of course, the great Peter Bogdanovich film. Where Boris Karloff plays the aging horror actor, right, who is going to appear at a drive-in for actually what is the movie that's shown on the screen? The Terror. The Terror. Which kind of screws up the sniper, right, because he looks, there's that Boris Karloff up there, and then he looks at the screen like, wah, wah, wah. What's real? What's reality, right? And then he goes berserk. The Terror, fun film. Great. I remember when I saw this as a kid, the scene that really struck me, and I've seen it again numerous times, and the scene still grabs me, is when a particular character, I'm not going to tell you when and who and all that stuff, gets his eyes torn out by a hawk. Wow. Yeah. The Terror. I mean, what the heck? You think, where does the title The Terror come from? It's like, whoa, maybe there. Maybe there. Well, I think you're going to like this film. I've talked to you a lot here, right? Giving you a lot of background information, right? Sort of got a tag team director stuff going on here. Got some of the best directors of all time there working on that movie. Have fun, folks. See you later.